A single footprint hardens in the snow. Not fresh, not recent, ancient. The wind pushes loose crystals across its surface. The sky is gray, the trees are silent. And somewhere beyond the frozen horizon, a small group of humans is trying not to die, not fighting, not hunting, not building, simply surviving the next few days. Because winter was not a season, it was an event, a test imposed by the planet itself. And for most of human history, failing the test meant disappearing forever. Most people imagine ancient humans surviving winter the way modern people would, with coats, with houses, with stored food, with certainty. That is not what happened. For hundreds of thousands of years, winter arrived without warning systems, without forecasts, without supply chains, without supermarkets waiting beyond a heated door. When the temperature fell, reality changed. Plants vanished, animals migrated, water froze. The landscape became quieter, emptier, less forgiving, and every calorie suddenly mattered. A single mistake could become fatal. A missed hunt, a damaged shelter, a fire extinguished during the night. The difference between survival and extinction was often measured in decisions so small they would seem invisible today. Yet somehow humans endured, not for one winter, not for 10, for thousands upon thousands of winters, across continents, across ice ages, across some of the harshest environments our species has ever encountered. The question is not whether ancient humans survived winter. The question is how. Because the deeper researchers investigate that mystery, the stranger the answer becomes. Most people think intelligence evolved because humans wanted to become smarter. That is not how evolution works. Evolution does not reward intelligence. It rewards survival. And winter may have been one of the greatest selective pressures our species ever faced. Every year, the cold arrived like an examination. The environment asked the same question repeatedly. Who planned ahead? Who cooperated? Who adapted? Who learned? And who didn't? The consequences were immediate. Winter was not merely weather, it was information. A force that constantly revealed weaknesses. A force that exposed bad decisions. A force that quietly shaped the minds of the people forced to endure it. Long before cities, before agriculture, before writing, before recorded history. Winter was already teaching humans lessons, and those lessons may have changed the trajectory of our species forever. Because surviving winter required something unusual. Strength helped, speed helped, but neither was enough. Humans are not especially fast. They are not especially strong. They are not equipped with thick fur. They do not possess claws, fangs, or natural armor. Viewed purely as animals, ancient humans seem strangely unprepared for frozen worlds. And yet they spread into them anyway. Researchers studying prehistoric migration patterns noticed something remarkable. Humans repeatedly moved into environments that should have been impossible. Places where temperatures collapsed. Places where food became scarce. Places where survival appeared irrational. Yet humans kept going. Northward. Farther north. Then farther still. The pattern raises an uncomfortable possibility. Perhaps winter was never simply an obstacle. Perhaps it was an architect. A silent force helping construct the very behaviors that eventually became civilization itself. Because surviving winter required more than enduring cold. It required imagination, the ability to think about a future that did not yet exist, to store food before hunger arrived, to build shelter before storms appeared, to maintain fire before darkness returned, to prepare for threats that were still invisible. In other words, winter may have rewarded one of the most unusual abilities ever produced by evolution. The ability to live in tomorrow while standing in today, and that ability changed everything.